At JB3 Soccer Store, we have balls, bags, everything custom designed to fit your style. Today we're outdoor, and I'm changing my series from inside the house to a little bit of outdoor training, especially for coaches. So I'm writing a book called Size 5. And what is Size 5? It's the 5 essential questions that any great coach must ask before they run a training session or even going to a game. Okay? And it's the what we're working on, why we're working on this, how we're going to do this, where we do it, and when we do it. Okay, so to start off, I'd like to say, let's get into the what. What are we planning on doing? And it could be technical, tactical, could be physical, could be psychosocial, could be mental, part of the game that we're working on. So for example, today we'll talk about the technical part of the game, dribbling. So what are we working on? Dribbling. What is dribbling? It's keeping the art of keeping personal possession of the ball. So we go to the why. It's extremely important to understand the why and to know the why, because your players will ask you this question. Why are we doing this again, coach? Why are we dribbling again? We've done it 10, 15, 100 times. So you have to be prepared to answer that question, why? Why? For example, dribbling. Dribbling is to keep personal possession of the ball so that we can create space, create the opportunities to pass or to shoot on net. And those skills we have to hone. We have to get better and better at those. Okay, so that's why. How? Then we get into technique, and we have to be able to demonstrate and talk about the key points of, again, we go back to dribbling. The key points: keeping the ball close, soft touches, moving the ball into space, changing direction, changing speed, moving with the ball, and keeping that ball close, soft touches, under control, and balanced. We want to be balanced. We want to keep the ball away from the opponent, okay, so that we can create those opportunities. So we've covered the what, the why, the how, and the technique. Now, where do you want your players to perform these acts? And going back to it's really important, because when we're in the defending third, the middle third, or the attacking third, we have different mindsets. So for example, we go back to dribbling. In the defending third, we don't want to encourage our players to dribble too much, to over dribble. We want to quickly, in the defending third, quickly get that ball into space so that we can pass the ball out or go on a run with the ball. So we want to quickly get out of our defending third. When we're in the middle third, we can be a little bit more creative, like bringing our players into the play, creating space, looking for through ball to make through ball passes, and create those opportunities. When we're in the attacking third, we encourage our players to create that tiny little space where they can see the goal and have a shot on net. So we have the opportunity to be a little bit more creative and dynamic in the attacking third. If we lose the ball in the defending third, why we want to get it out quickly, if we lose the ball in the defending third, we create too much pressure on our players. So I used to tell my girls, when you're in the defending third, be safe. When you're in the middle third, be creative. When you're in the attacking third, create those quick opportunities to have shots on net. Now we come to the when. When do we do this? When do we perform these? This part of it becomes really player-centric, because we can advise the players of some of the things they should do and where they should be doing it, pass out of the back quickly and be creative in the middle third and take shots in the final third or the attacking third. But the players, because the game is so dynamic and flowing all the time, the players have to be really creative in how they use the skills that we are trying to teach them. Dribbling, for example. When do we dribble? The players have to quickly decide that. Is it safe for me to dribble? How far can I dribble? How far should I dribble? Players have to make split-second decisions based on the techniques that you've taught them and some of the situational areas that you teach them to work those little plays in. Okay? So the where, the when is the key, determined by the player and the skill that the player possesses and the creative style of the player. Alright? So we will continue in our next session and expand on that, on the 5 questions that you must ask. And then of course, when you finish your training session, you do your self-evaluation and you ask, did it go well, what went well, what we have to work on the next session, and then you plan again your what, why, how, where, and when. So until next time, work on your skills, ask the questions, and come up with some great answers. But we'll see you again sometime outside JB3 Soccer Store. Cheers.